Imagine this. It's Super Bowl LIX, clock's ticking down, and Mahomes, he needs a play, that game-winning play. Who's he going to look to?
Probably Kelce, right? I mean, he always seems to find Kelce in those big moments.
Yeah, you're probably right. Kelce's a beast, but I'm talking about a new target, a new weapon in Mahomes' arsenal.
Oh, you mean?
Get ready to dive deep, folks, because the NFL just got shaken up. Superstar wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is now a Kansas City Chief.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Yeah, just dropped today. It's like a bombshell in the sports world.
No kidding. This trade, man, it came out of nowhere.
Seems that way, right? But when you look closer, it actually makes a ton of sense for both teams.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Spill the details. What'd the Titans get in return?
So from what we're seeing in this ESPN article from today, October 23rd, 2024, the Titans are getting a conditional fourth-round pick.
A fourth rounder? That seems kind of low for a guy like Hopkins, a five-time Pro Bowler, you know?
Right. At first glance, it does. But here's the thing. That fourth rounder can actually turn into a third rounder.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, it all depends on Hopkins' performance. Like, if he hits a certain number of receiving yards or touchdowns, boom, that pick gets bumped up.
Ah, so it's one of those prove-it deals. Makes sense. I guess the Titans want to see if he can still be that dominant force he was with the Texans and the Cardinals.
Exactly. And they have reason to be optimistic. The guy's got a 12-year track record, a history of consistently delivering. He's not just a flash in the pan, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just about the stats, right? It's about the way he plays. This is DeAndre Hopkins we're talking about. A master route runner, tough as nails, makes those crazy contested catches.
He's a physical receiver, that's for sure.
Exactly. And that's what the Chiefs have been missing, especially with all the injuries they've had.
Ah, yeah, can't forget about those injuries.
Rashee Rice out for the season, Juju Smith-Schuster dealing with that hamstring issue, and Hollywood Brown still sidelined.
They were hurting for receiver help, for sure.
No doubt about it. Remember those comments Mahomes made before the trade?
Yeah, he said he had extreme confidence in his receivers.
Exactly. Now imagine his confidence level now. It's got to be through the roof.
I bet he's already texting Hopkins plays.
Or drawing them up on napkins, right?
Maybe. It's just wild to think that a player like Hopkins even became available.
Yeah, right. You got to wonder what the Titans are thinking.
Well, let's flip the script for a second and look at it from their perspective.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
The Titans, they're in a different place than the Chiefs. They're not exactly in win-now mode, are they?
Definitely not. They're rebuilding, retooling, thinking about the future.
Exactly. And Hopkins is in the final year of his contract.
So the salary cap, draft capital, all that comes into play.
Yep. They're probably thinking, hey, let's get something in return while we can.
Right. And a fourth rounder, potentially a third, that's not nothing.
Not at all. Plus, frees up some cap space for them.
Exactly. And let's not forget, they still have Treylon Burks. This move could be a good thing for him, too.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Gives him more space to grow, become the #1 target.
Yeah, sometimes what looks like a loss can be a win in disguise, especially in the world of trades.
One team's trash is another team's treasure.
Exactly. But let's be clear. Hopkins is no one's trash.
Definitely not. He's a proven star, could be the missing piece for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, they have a knack for these trades, don't they? They turn into gold.
It's true. Kadarius Toney in 22, McCole Hardman in 23.
Both of them. Huge contributors to those Super Bowl wins.
Makes you think, are we watching the same script play out with Hopkins? Listener name, we got to ask you, what do you think about this trade?
Yeah, especially if you're a Chiefs fan.
How does it make you feel about their chances this season? Did they just become the team to beat in the AFC?
Big questions. I'm curious to hear what you think.
You know, it's funny how this all started with us imagining the Super Bowl.
Right. And now, with Hopkins in the mix.
It doesn't seem so far-fetched, does it?
Mahomes to Hopkins for the game winner.
Talk about a storybook ending.
It's definitely a possibility. That's what's so great about the NFL, right?
Anything can happen.
That's for sure.
All right, folks, that's our deep dive into the DeAndre Hopkins trade. We hope you enjoyed the breakdown.
Thanks for joining us.
And listener name, stay tuned for more in-depth analysis on the topics that matter most to you.
We'll catch you next time.